Hey everyone, today we are going to be checking out the Easwe B10 electric wheelchair. This was shipped via FedEx, super fast and efficient as always. Ship weight on the wheelchair itself, about 60 pounds. They also sent the battery pack separately, same day via FedEx, and that was around 5 pounds. Let's go ahead and open this up and have a peek. Here's a little side of the box information for you as well for the B10. It looks like it has the expanded size of about 45 by 23 by 44 inches. And then the folded size is about 24 by 23 by 40 inches. First look inside the box here, and it looks like everything's packaged pretty decent. Looks like everything was just kind of in this plastic bag, a little bit of foam on the back. Battery pack was also packaged in some nice heavy duty foam there. So let's pull this thing out of the box and have a closer look. Here's the first look at the B10 electric wheelchair. So it looks really sleek, to be honest. For an electric wheelchair, this is outstanding. So of course it came a little folded up inside that box. I really just kind of pulled it apart so I could see what I was working with. So we have the electric wheelchair itself and that sharp pattern on the padded seat. Looks nice. So included with the wheelchair, it looks like you have this head support. You have your battery charger, you have some anti-tip wheels, and then of course you have your control module there as well. So we do have a little bit of assembly, but it shouldn't be too bad. And so far, so good. Everything looks perfect. Also, they do include this nice user manual for you that has detailed instructions on what you need to do to go ahead and get this wheelchair ready for use. You simply just need to take it out of the box, unfold it, and then check over all of those components while you're gonna go ahead and add those anti-tip rear wheels. Looks like it should be pretty straightforward. One of the first things we're gonna do to get this wheelchair ready is we're gonna install our anti-tip wheels. These are gonna go right behind the rear motor. There's a little clip that you can go ahead and pull out. Looks something like that with a little pin through it. And then your anti-tip wheels can go ahead and slide right in. There are 2 little holes to go ahead and line up, and then you put your clip right back in that position. Like so. So now we have our first anti-tip wheel installed, and then we'll go over to this side and do the same exact thing here. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and install our 360 joystick controller. So this is switchable. You can go ahead and put it on the left or the right. We're gonna go ahead and utilize the right side. So you see that you have just this little slot to go ahead and slide it in, and then there is this screw here to go ahead and loosen. You can go ahead and take this out and place it on the other side if you'd like it on that side. And go ahead and slide it in and then tighten it back down. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and install our adjustable headrest. Starting with this bracket first, go ahead and just slide it right on in. You'll hear those little clicks. You can adjust it. It kind of locks in place, but if you give it a little more force, it comes out like that. Now we just need to take our actual headrest and slide it on in. Again, our headrest can also be adjusted on there as well. This wheelchair came pretty much ready to use. We just went ahead and installed those anti-tip wheels, the headrest, and the controller unit. We're gonna go ahead and charge up that battery so we can take it for a spin and go over all of those details and specifications with you. Now that we have that wheelchair assembled, we're gonna go ahead and charge up that battery pack. All right, the time has come to go ahead and try out the B10 electric wheelchair. So I did go ahead and charge this battery. I actually brought it inside to charge it. You do have the option of charging it right in the chair or taking this battery out and charging it inside. So we do have a 24 volt, 12 amp hour lithium ion battery. Weight on it, it does have a little heft, maybe 5 pounds or so. Not too bad though, and a super nice carry handle. Go ahead and just tip the chair up so you can see that battery compartment down below. It's just gonna slide in this rectangular box right underneath here. On the bottom of the battery there, you can see that circular door that slides on out of the way. Do make sure that you cover that back up after charging, whether you do it out of the chair or while it's still in the chair. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide that battery right on in there, right underneath the seat of the wheelchair. So sliding it in, you do need to kind of give it a little bit of a oomph. There's a little red button that clicks it into place on the side. And again, push that button to go ahead and release that battery as well. Now that we have our battery installed, let's go ahead and turn this on. Battery has been installed, and this does have a nice little guide here for you to know how to use your control panel here. Be sure when you're unfolding the wheelchair that you lock it into place. Very simple, this red button here kind of unlocks it so you can fold it, and then if you want to lock it, just make sure that this goes through that little hole there on both sides. That way it doesn't fold on you while you're in it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our control panel here. So we do have that joystick, pressing that power button.
Welcome.
Oh, and it sounds like we have somebody that welcomes us. So we do have that power up and down to go ahead,
Gear.
increase and
5 gear.
decrease your speed. Right there, it's going to show you. You have your battery indicator here as well. So you do have a horn on here and a headlight. Short press
Light on.
turns on that light. Long press gives you a horn.
Light off.
Looking over this wheelchair, it does look like it does have some nice craftsmanship on it. It is super compact. It looks like our arms, we can go ahead and fold them up with just the press of a button on the side. Go ahead and lock them back down. Again, just that button on the side lets you get in and out of the wheelchair easily. And both sides, go ahead and do that. Even with that controller attached, you can go ahead and raise and lower those arms. On the back side of the wheelchair, we do have a nice storage bag. So we have a little Velcro pouch here, and we have another bigger pouch. So very, very nice to be able to bring some stuff along with you on your adventures. Again, remember we did install these anti-tip wheels. Right here you have your drive and neutral. If you do switch it into neutral,
Attention, left brake state.
you will hear
Attention, left brake state.
your prompt talk to you, and that way you'll know
Left brake state.
that it's in neutral. So we did install these. These are your locks right here to make sure that you're going to be able to travel forward without this folding in on you. So make sure that you have this locked before you have anybody get in this wheelchair. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Easwe B10. So it is completely adjustable, customizable. That headrest does come up, go down, and back and forth. Again, that footrest, you can go ahead and put that up as well for easy folding. You just go ahead and grab that seat and that headrest, and it folds right down. Very, very nice, very compact. This electric wheelchair does have an adjustable seat belt to keep you nice and secure in that wheelchair. Let's go ahead and take it for a little test drive.
Welcome.
First things first, just go ahead and press that power button.
Gear. 5 gear.
And that up and down switch will go ahead and reduce and increase your speed. That compact design also helps you move around with ease. The Easwe B10 does have a weight capacity of 250 pounds. The seat is 16 inches in width. As you can see, it does have a backup alarm to let people know that you are looking to back up. All right, let's try some more of those control options. So we do have a horn. Sound that horn. If you short press the horn button, it does turn on the headlight.
Light on. Light off.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and take it off-road a little bit and see how it does with the terrain. All right, we're gonna take this off into the grass. It is a little bumpy here. Those honeycomb tires on both the front and the back kind of do absorb some of those bumps that you would feel, and it seems to roll over some uneven ground very nicely. For that ease getting into and out of buildings that have those accessibility ramps, this wheelchair should be able to do it no problem. We're going here from grass onto some pavement. Didn't really seem to have any issues. We're gonna go ahead and try it on the sidewalk. There are some uneven cracks on the sidewalk, but it looks like this wheelchair handles it no problem. You're even able to make those tight turns relatively easily. Nice and smooth. The Easwe B10 electric wheelchair does have electromagnetic brakes. That 360-degree control panel does give you the ability to make those tight turns. So it would be great inside the home as well. The B10 does have a top speed of 4 miles per hour. As you can see, we're able to get through a big, thick pile of leaves. Probably not recommended, but we were able to make it through it. The range of this electric wheelchair is 15 to 30 miles, of course, depending on how fast you're going and the terrain that you're traveling on. So you can certainly take this to a park, maybe even a theme park for the day. The front wheels are 7.3-inch honeycomb tires, while the rear are 10-inch, suitable for all types of terrain. I love how this does have those electromagnetic brakes, which will allow you to go up and down those slopes with ease and remain in control. Again, transitioning from the grass onto the sidewalk was no problem. This wheelchair is super simple to fold. First thing to do is to go ahead and release this lock on both sides. Just a pin that comes out. Next thing is you're gonna just go ahead and put up the footrest, fold that on up. You can also go ahead and push down the headrest to its lowest position. Then you're just gonna go ahead and take the seat and the back of it and fold it together upon itself. And then it folds right down. These armrests also do fold a little bit. You just press that red button there and they'll fold on out of your way as well. Super easy for transporting this wheelchair. This electric wheelchair weighs only 40 pounds and it's easily transported in the back of a vehicle. We have other belongings in the back of this vehicle, and this is the Equinox EV, and there's plenty of room in here. Overall, the Easwe B10 electric wheelchair was pretty awesome. So it did well going through some of those mixed terrains. Those honeycomb tires really did absorb some of those shocks. It can't get over super big cracks, but it was able to go over some uneven ground, uneven grassy areas, leaves, some twigs, and that transition from pavement to grass was smooth as well. We do have a crack in our sidewalk and in our driveway that is over that 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches, and it did actually stop there. So just be careful with that. But you do have your seatbelt in there too to keep you nice and secure. So if you're in the market for an electric wheelchair, definitely check the link down below for the description, all of the details and specifications to make sure you're making the right decision on your purchase. Thank you all so much for joining us today while we checked out this wheelchair. Until we see you again, keep your nose clean. Bye.